So, how can you tell when your wife is trying to give you a wake up call? Trying to get your attention in some way. For me, it was actually a note that Pamela wrote. We had been married about 7 years. One morning, I came downstairs getting ready to go to work, and there was a note and a gift next to the note. So what I did, I was busy. I had a lot going on that day. I put it all in my briefcase. I went into the office. Later that morning, I was reminded I probably ought to read the letter and open the gift. The gift was a shirt, and it wasn't any special occasion, so I was a little surprised. The letter, the note, really caught my attention. It said Robert. Well, I'd never gotten a letter from my wife that just said Robert. It always said, "Dear Robert," or "Sweetheart." So as I read the letter said, I'm just really concerned about our marriage. It seems that you put a lot of energy and creativity into your work, but that you're putting little into our marriage and into our family because we had a little daughter at that point. And then there was a line in the letter that really caught my attention. It said, "There are times when I wish that your work was another woman so that I could tell her to bug off." And I was sort of alarmed. I thought, this is not a yellow light. This is a red light. This is a major warning. So I sort of, got concerned about it. I thought, what do I do? I tried to think, what should I do? So I called a babysitter. And I called the babysitter and I said, "Do you have a few hours to watch our child?" And she said she did. So I called my wife. I called Pamela. And I said, "I got your letter." And it was totally quiet on the other end of the phone. And I said, "I got your letter. I read it. And I want to talk." What did she say? She said, "I don't want to talk," which I now have begun to learn, which means I definitely want to talk, but it isn't going to be that easy. You're going to have to work at this a little more. So I told her, "Listen, there's a babysitter. Let's go to a restaurant. Let's sit down. I just want to hear you out totally." And that's what I did. And it really led to not only a wake-up call, but really talking through some of the differences in our lives, what we could do to come together more. We talk about this more in a new book that we wrote called The Will of a Man and the Way of a Woman. We tell this whole story and the ways that it helped us in our marriage.